but there was a guy joining up, so I was kind of confused for just a second. But we're here with VanillaTV, Pledge and Comedian on the mics, ladies and gentlemen, as we're here on CP Snakewater, upper bracket round 1 between Team Anal Prolapse, which you're going to refer to as AP at the moment. And we have 9 men on the blue side here on this first middle. That AP is actually going to pick up, it looks quite easily, but 9 men definitely biting a little bit.
Yeah, but look at all the health of all the AP players. They were very, very weak for a long time. But it seemed like stko couldn't manage to get those crucial kills, and they're gonna fall back out there.
Both teams kept their medics alive though, so that's actually quite clever. Both teams still on 100% Uber. Let's see how AP is going to decide to play just a little bit of a roster rundown. No, I'm actually not going to do roster rundown because they're going to push right now. I'll do it in just a second, as we have AP pushing up here from this right-hand side. As the demo man comes flying in immediately onto the medic. Is he going to be able to force him? No, he is not. It looks like not, actually. Yes, he does. It's barely in the end.
Well, both teams Uber right there, so we're going to just have a regular Uber for Uber. And with the demo man down for AP, that's going to be hard for them. And there we go. Actually, a lot of players going down for 9 men. Just a demo man alive at this moment. It's going to try and bomb in, or he's actually behind everyone. It's going to try and surprise them. There we go, 1 sticky, 2 sticky. Doesn't manage to get the kill. And the point gets captured.
Point gets caught. A little bit of a messy push right there, but it's all good now. As AP is going to gear up. They have about a 60%, so I'll do the rosters just for a little bit. On the 9-man side, we have stko on demo, we have Sarah on medic, and we have Pork and Gambles as the soldiers. Clive is going to be playing scout, and Bones as super sub. He's going to be playing scout, and that is Bones the movie maker, not the wire play admin. On the red side, we have AP, also known as Anal Prolapse, in this tournament with Gubbins on scout, together with Mr. G, the upcoming talent of the season. Lewis on demo man as a merc. Tom and Nova are going to be soldiers, and Sai completes the lineup as medic.
Yeah, and we can see that coming in via the right-hand flank. Uber is being popped right there. And they're going to just go in and take down the heavy. They do need to capture the point. It's going to be very close. And actually, a lot of players going down right now. Soldier and Demo Man.
Really messy at the moment. It looks like G is going to cap it off just barely in the end.
39 health, man. That's all you need.
What we love to do. There you go. Second middle is going to come up in just a second here, as we have 9 minutes. That first minute was a little bit clutterish though, so we need to be a little bit careful of what's going to happen here, as both teams, they were just kind of all over the place. We kind of need to see how are they going to be able to protect their medics. They managed to do it last time, but they both had like 3 players down. In the end, 9 men ended up retreating. Let's see how it's going to work this time around though, as both teams are entering the middle as we speak though. Pork is kind of indecisive whether or not he's going to jump or not. It looks like 9 men is kind of getting stuck at corner. Lewis dealing tons of damage, and is actually might get taken out. Great shot by Gambles there in the corner, and Sai, his only player alive actually, but he knows that Gambles is a little bit weak. Gambles is jumping in though. Gambles is really, really weak. Is Sai going to be able to take him down? No, he does not. And Gambles, together with stko, are going to be able to cap the first middle here for 9 men.
And you know, that's actually quite an interesting jump. He just actually jumped forward, went in front of the medic, just cut him off, cut off any retreat routes, and grab the med pack if needed. So some nice stuff right there.
Yep.
And meanwhile, we can hear Bunch going absolutely crazy in the background. Hope you guys can maybe catch some of that stuff.
That's what happens, to be honest, when you're playing LAN, and one of the players actually sitting right across you. Guys, I just want to remind you, there's nothing here that can actually be advantageous for him. He cannot actually hear us, and we're 90 seconds behind anyway, so we should be all good, just in case people are wondering. Either way, though, both medics did end up dying that middle, but 9 men's medic died a lot earlier. Is Sarah actually going crit? It doesn't look like it. I'm just looking for it.
I don't know.
We do have a sniper. She's just going a regular medic. Yeah, we do have the sniper on Gubbins, and we saw him yesterday. He's completely ridiculous on Viaduct.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't really miss. He plays a lot of sniper, like on DM as well, so he should be able to get used to those really cheeky headshots. And 9 men, they're going to need to figure out a way to deal with this. I'm not sure if they realized they had an Uber advantage of 20%. There we go. First pick comes in on stko, well played by Gubbins, and they end up using their Uber. I'm not really sure if this is the best thing, to be honest, for them at all.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but they're going to try and force that Uber. And it does get forced right there. Medic is going to be able to get out there, but it doesn't have anyone with her.
No way. Sarah's completely going to die here. Tom comes in from the flank, takes people down. We have Bones kind of walking around, but he's not really going to be able to do anything. stko respawn, though. Let's see if he can put up some sort of sticky trap or manage to at least put something into their favor.
Oh, look
because
at
at the
Bones.
moment it's not working out.
Ooh, Bones was trying to get going on a drop down, trying to go for the medic, and did not manage to get the kill right there.
So yeah, we see that AP is actually quite easily just picking up the middle here. Just looking around the 9-man lineup. Are they going to go for a sniper? Yes, Bones is going to play sniper, so we're going to counter snipe Gubbins. We're going to see what's going to happen here as...
Ooh, actually almost gets a nice shot there on the medic. Gotta be very careful. Look at that sideline for Gubbins. Can't believe no one is actually noticing that, and like...
It's a sniper duo that we're going to have to watch, bro. We have Sarah. Actually, yeah, AP is not really doing this perfectly fine either. I mean, look at this. They're going to catch off a scout. They're going to Uber it. They're going to catch off that soldier as well. Gambles does get taken down, as we saw yesterday. Like, Gambles is fantastically good. So picking it down,
he's really, really aggressive.
That is something huge, though. But the Uber comes in a little bit late, though, from this side. And it looks like little by little, 9-man manages to defend this. But AP is coming back in right now. Poor cannot manage to land the air shot. Does get shot down now by Gubbins on the sniper rifle. And surprisingly, the guy is actually still alive and doing a lot of work from his team on that second point.
A lot of work indeed. And what we do have Gambles on the last point, there's about 20% Uber disadvantage. So if AP can take advantage of this, actually look at that, they're already just putting a scout in, and they're coming in from the right hand side, putting some pressure onto 9-man.
And 9-man is going to be fine for just now, considering they took down Psy. And 50%, I'm not really 100% sure if they should push out here. They might be a little bit greedy, but they take down Lewis, and that's a free pass. No stickies anywhere, and with Psy just spawning, Tom actually goes down as well. Very solid slow push out of there from 9-men, making sure that they secure last and push on at the exact same time. They're doing that perfectly fine. Now going to go saw room, and they should be in middle in just a second here.
And they're actually getting a lot of good frags. Sniper is down, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Gubbins not going to reach for another few seconds. Devilman actually going very aggressive there. Takes down Psy. And that is going to be huge. They have an Uber. They're going to be popping it right here. And that's just good stuff right here. They're going to cap the middle. They did lose their demo man, STK.
Damage has already been done, though. Like they used the Uber, they took down Psy, which means they have a next Uber advantage. It's kind of the way you want to play it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, if you have an Uber and you have an advantage, you want to push in, you want to pick off their medic, retreat out, and pick players one by one, considering that you have the Uber advantage for the next push as well, because obviously a 15-second spawn on the enemy medic is going to be good enough to secure a little bit of advantage. And that actually, I was thinking 9-man was just going to move on, but Clive and Gambles both got picked. It's not really the best way you want to do this, and I think AP is just going to take this opportunity to push as soon as Lewis actually spawns.
Yeah, Clive getting picked wasn't that big of a deal because you just went in and took down Lewis. But you know, losing Gambles as well, that's not what you want to have. Gambles going to be back. Actually, look at that. We see AP going quite aggressive. They're actually trying to...
Gubbins got spot.
Trying to move out.
Did spot Lewis, though, so he's just kind of... Oh,
yeah.
He missed it. You did see a glimpse of a soldier. Not really 100% sure on that shot yet. But Lewis now joining forces with his team. Again, 9-man is not realizing that an advantage here. They're not realizing it. They took down Psy during that push.
They should realize it. I mean,
they had a 20 to 30% advantage. They're just playing it very safe. They should have realized that had that advantage. It's about second or third time already that they just haven't realized that they had like a 10-second window, which they can just push in, grab one or two players, and just win at that moment straight off. But right now, Psy does actually have the Uber. Gubbins and Nova actually did get dropped, so we have a little bit of a weird exchange here, as we have only Sarah dying, but that's probably not going to be enough, though, as now everyone from 9-man is going to bomb in. Tom doing great work,
look at that coordinated soldier fire right there by
go.
Pork and Gambles. But there's just only one player. It's just Clive up. Just Clive up, and there we go. He gets taken down. So that is a nice defense by Anal Pro.
Mr. G getting 3 frags there in the very end. Very proud of my clanmate right there. Just seeing his scout work. Already got a domination on the board and a lot more points than anyone else on his team. Nova needs to step it up, and on the other side we have Bones and Clive kind of struggling, like little points as scouts. Like, that's not really what you see quite often. But at the moment, though, these games should be reasonably even. We have AP picking up the middle here. Do they have a little bit of an advantage? No, they do not. But to be honest, AP is really the team that they love to push. They love to be aggressive as much as possible, especially with Hildred on the play, considering he's a defensive demo man. And we'll see what's going to happen here if they're going to push before this Uber. Doesn't look like it, though, as both teams now reaching the 65%, and we're going to have about a 10-second sort of stalemate scenario before anything's going to happen.
No, they are actually going to be pushing in. There we go. You can see the Demo and Soldier going forward. They didn't have, you know, two nice picks right there. Mr. G does get taken out by Gambles. I think it might be a crucial pick. Bones gets taken out and gets traded. Uber is coming in right now. They're going in for the medic, and actually, there we go. Sai gets taken out. Noah gets taken out as well. This Uber is going absolutely huge for them. Gambles finished up.
That Uber, I didn't see.
No, he didn't drop it. He didn't have it. It was at like 99%. He was just like,
oh, wow.
He was trying to dodge, trying to get that Uber, but it did not get up in time. Let's see if Gubbins
two scouts
actually
alive. There's two scouts alive. That's always a little bit. You need to be a little bit clearer. Bones getting two shot there by Gubbins on the side. Gubbins meets the second scout. Clive takes him down. G got taken down as well on the middle point. So great defense there from 9 men. They actually are going to pick this up. One thing I did want to point out, though, is that 9 men actually dropped all the way out of second point there, even though their Ubers are equal. So they're not counting correctly. Either they're not awake yet, or they haven't had their morning coffee yet, or whatever it's going on. It's early. We know that, guys. But this is mistakes that you need to get rid of those mistakes in order to beat a team like this. AP, very high-skilled players all over the board. And you need to be like on top of your game as much as possible if you actually want to beat them as underdog 9 men.
Well, they were just going for a non-Uber push, right? They got a few picks, and they're just went like, all right, let's go in. But then,
though, you can kill them if you know they don't have Uber. Like, they get out of position, you can just kill them. Yeah, but they didn't realize that AP actually didn't have Uber until they killed the medic.
All right, well, we do see them pushing in to the last point right there. There's airstrike there by the medic. Does actually pop the Uber right there. But look, nice play there by Bones and Clive. They actually drew the players away, so Sarah and stko could get out of there. It's actually a really, really nice play.
It's like an Uber saw in there or something. I thought he had a little bit of a disadvantage. It looks like Sarah just dropped out. Yeah, I'm actually looking at the percentages. Sarah just dropped out, played it safe, and that's all good. Now we have an 80% versus 10% scenario. If 9 men manages to win this duel, like, they lost a point. I've seen it. I've seen it happening on my HUD. They lost a point. But if they can gather up and push slowly, I mean, they should have an Uber advantage here. Yes, they do. 60% already. And if 9 men can slowly push in here, yeah, and they actually are doing that. Look at this, Comedian. I love this play. Lewis gets taken down by Pork, and Pork is doing loads of damage on the side. Uber has not even been popped yet by 9M, and this is fantastic play.
They're just using coordinated soldier fire. You know, two soldiers launching at the same targets, they do so much damage. It's very, very dangerous. Anyway, we see Gubbins missing his shot right there. So that's not
Sai's on 98%. Is he going to get it? Yes, he is. But he actually misses the Uber on Tom there. Tom does get taken down. One scout coming in to join the fray. One scout obviously is not going to be enough against 6 players from 9 men, all raging around the point. 9 men should surely be able to pick this up, but the scouts spawning are doing a lot of work so far. They do manage to pick it up, though. We have a 1-all scoreline about halfway through the game.
Yeah, and they're just playing really solid.
Gambles 2 dominations again. I mean,
2 dominations.
The guy's fantastic throughout this entire week. I don't know what he's done last night.
He's on fire, man. He's just been playing MGE all night.
He doesn't drink beer. He drinks awesome juice. That's the way it goes. He drinks awesome juice.
That's just the way it is. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what's going to be happening on this middle point. We see one scout for each team going on top side. Let's see, we see the first bombing soldiers coming in right. The Gambles actually gets taken out. Didn't have too much support of his team. Pork gets taken out as well. That's 2 soldiers down. That's actually going to be very hard for 9 men. I think they should probably back out of there. Yeah, we see stko and Sarah backing off. And they're going to be having a defensive setup.
That's clever. 9 men did fine. Like, they realized they had a couple of people too offensive there. They suicided them in, and they ended up retreating with the medic. Surely that's the best way you want to go with it. You probably lose second point immediately as well, which is exactly what's happening. But you got the Uber on last. You have this 6 versus 6 fight. And that is kind of like the best trade you can get. If you lose 2 players early on middle, that's the best trade you can get. There's still an Uber for last. And that is okay. Like, 9 men did fine there. They lost the middle, but now the Uber's coming in left-hand side, and it kind of looks like AP is doing a lot of damage, but losing 1 player early there, counter Uber's not really working out. They're going to catch the demo now as well, though. And if the demo Lewis actually did get picked off, look at it. Where's AP's position? Yeah, they are around the second point. And I want you to realize right now, Mr. G is going to go for a back. I can tell you right now, he does this all the time. He knows how to play on Snakewater, and unless he plays, yeah, he is actually going to get caught on this side. Very well played by the demo there. stko actually going through the side there from Lineman, which is a very common scout place to actually go and try and pick someone off on the side.
In the meanwhile, we actually had the medic, Sarah, getting an Uber shot onto Sai, so that's the best way to build Uber.
There you go.
With enemy medic blood.
Enemy medic blood, there you go. And Sai is actually, yeah, he just barely spawned. But we have this, like, super big advantage of 9 men. They did the sort of slow push around they did last time. I think we saw it, like, 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
Is where they actually did the slow push at a second, and it worked perfectly fine.
They should realize,
like, I mean, Sarah got the oversight, so they should realize everything's good. They have 6 players up. There's no movement there, though. I think they're a little bit scared. I think they're saying, you know what, we're going to play it safe for now. Oh, no, actually, they're going. It's a little bit late, though. It's I'm not really sure. Like, they have 65% on the AP side, and it looks like they might get there in time.
Oh, nice.
But they need to hurry. Oh,
yeah.
stko coming in.
Oh,
it's thinking gonna get the point.
Yeah, pork and stko.
That was good, wasn't it?
That is good coordination. That is exactly how I wanted. These slow pushes from 9 men are just doing such great work every time.
Like, it's kind of the way you want to do it. It's like that sort of inside area. What you have between, like, first and second. That area, you want to take that as slow as possible. But as soon as you come out, you want to be as quick and as aggressive as possible because there's such a big gap of space you want to close. And that's what they did perfectly. Devilman jumping in, soldiers jumping in. As soon as they got the Uber, no fall damage or anything whatsoever. Coordinated fire in that corner. And Sai and everyone else from AP just got caught off in that corner, which resulted in a second point cap, a middle point cap. And to be honest, with this Uber advantage, I cannot see 9 men actually losing this round unless they mess up themselves.
Yeah, or if the Gubbins gets a beautiful headshot once more. You always gotta watch out for that.
I'm gonna look at him actually. He's actually standing on top of the balcony. Is what you want. He gets a soldier pick though. It's not gonna be enough to make 9 men stop though. Yeah, he went around to the corner. 9 men is doing this perfectly fine as they're catching AP inside that area. They're gonna go all the way through though. Scouts on the point. 9 men is executing this push perfectly so far, but AP is getting the damage in. They probably are gonna cap this point though. No, barely not. Are they? Great shot there from Bones, picking off the point. Sarah did go down. The barely ended. The point gets capped. I did not see that, but Clive coming in from the back, and the 2 scouts, Bones and Clive, doing fantastic work on the side.
Clyde! Oh, well, you should probably,
And Bones from bottoming the scoreboard, actually all the way on top of the scoreboard right now. He's doing perfectly fine, and the scouts, definitely from 9 and picking it up, and are 2-1 ahead. 9 men the 5th seed in this tournament, while AP is the 4th seed in the tournament. Definitely, like, Lewis is not a Hildred. Let's point that out. But Bone stepping at a super sub, topping the board. I mean, we can see what's happening here. As on this middle, it looks like AP once again having the advantages. Gambles went down, but now losing out their player. And we can actually see a roster lineup. I just noticed that. We have Gubbins on Devilman and Lewis on Scout.
Yeah, and Clive did get some nice push shots out of there. It seems like Sai's going to have to back off. But they do have big Uber disadvantage right now. It's only building on a Scout. If they go very, very aggressive with stko, they might be able to
the second point. Like, Gubbins is not going to spawn for the next 5 seconds. There's no way they can hold this second point. The best shot is that they have is that they send in a soldier, force that Uber early, and then hold this. They are actually going to hold this, though. Look at that. 1 soldier, 2 scouts around that point. They Uber in early, though, is not what you want to do, and we're going to see how this fight turns out, as 9 men is looking at it quite perfectly so far, but with Gubbins there on the high ground, on Devilman at the moment, he's going to be able to rain down a lot of damage. No pressure on him so far. stko coming in now from the side, dealing tons of damage, and Clive on the flank, killing players left and right.
Yeah. And there we go, nice pistol aim right there. Going for the cops, going for the medic as well. Takes down Sai, he's going to go for the bat. He takes down Gubbins with the bat. And there we go, 9 man being in the driving seat.
You can say whatever you want, man, but the scouts from 9 men, they're picking it up at the moment.
Oh,
I don't even know who's missing on Bones to play for in the rest of the tournament. Great pistol and bat right there.
I think it's going to be Bones.
They're going to cap it, and we have a 3-1 scoreline with 11 minutes remaining on the clock. Nothing's lost just yet, but Gubbins suddenly playing demo. Lewis now playing scout. It's not really going to be good. Like, there's some internal issues there. We're not really sure what's happening, but look at the points, though. Like, there's only 1 guy who actually scores. Like, it's the way it goes.
Yeah. But if you look at 9 men, everyone's around that, 30, 25 point area. They're, very equal. And then on prolapse, we have G just topping it off.
Going to give you a little bit of a rundown over the fight. Did they change it around again? Yes, Lewis is back on Demoman and Gubbins is back on Scout. I think they just tried it for one round, realized it was a big fail, and they're back in. Look at Gubbins. Like, just his aim makes difference. Like, you can say whatever you want about the guy. He main Scout at the moment. I think he main Scout at the moment for, I'm not really 100% sure. But he plays for like a team in Division 1. He plays very solidly. Or actually recently got placed 21 it is. That he got placed with 27, something like that. It's a number at least. And Gubbins is playing there as Scout. He has the experience, he has the aim, and he's going to be able to work with it though. And you can see that more damage he puts out on middle, the easier AP is going to have over time, the easier Lewis is going to have over time.
Definitely. I do, you know, I do wonder how big of an influence it is. I mean, Demoman is always such a huge class to have that I'm missing. I know, a nice force there by Clive. Clive has actually did a very good job these last few rounds.
Not 100% sure now man is going to defend this. No, everyone is in their face. So. If they can take down Lewis, they might have a shot. Look at Gambles and Pork doing work on the side, but AP just actually
Scout coming in. Scout who's going to take this? It's going to be Bones. It's going to be G. Oh, G, man.
3-2 at the moment. Still a 9-man's advantage. And G carrying them out there. Looking at the frags at the moment, we have Mr. G topping the board with 26 frags. And Pork, the unsung hero, we haven't really spoken about him. He has 25 frags on Soldier at the moment. And that's what you get, to be honest, as a Soldier. You don't actually cap all that much. And he has 34 points and 25 frags. That's the way it goes. And the rest of the frags are pretty much equal all around the board. Yeah, 18, 17 everywhere.
Well, I mean... Pork is just getting a lot of those kills, you know, coordinated soldier spam. Anyway, we do have a soldier bombing into the medic guy, takes down the medic for 9 men, but that's actually 1 player down in trade of 4 right here. It's just Nova at 1 health, and it means they're going to get all cleared out on this middle point. Just Bones and Harry down, and
every time you see 9 men winning a middle, though, you realize it's not a fluke. Like, that is literally what I'm seeing. It's like you have this lower-seeded team against a potentially better team, and every single time 9 men actually manages to win a middle, it just shows they're better at the moment. Right now, with Bones playing for them, they're better than AP. It doesn't make any sense.
You know, they're just playing together, but you can see it best from the slow pushes. You can see it best from the slow push. You can't do a slow push that good without having really solid teamwork and everyone just, you know, flowing together and having good coordination. Just working. It just doesn't happen. Anyway, we do have a bit of an Uber advantage for AP. So we're going to be seeing what's going to be happening here. If they're going to be pushing out. I don't think so. Like, they don't have
just going to position
big enough an advantage. Yeah.
There's nothing AP can really do, to be honest. Like, the Uber advantage is not big enough to actually work with it. So we'll see what's going to happen here as 9 men is going to reach this Uber point. Are they going to push from bottom or are they going to go right side? Left side seems to be the common way to actually go, but it's hard to pull off, especially against a sniper, which is Gubbins, which is what Gubbins is running. They know, though, so let's see what 9 men is going to be able to do. They're going to Uber in from left side. They took down Gubbins early, which is really, really effective for them at the moment. We have a 6 versus 5 scenario. Both Ubers did get popped, and this is the moment where you want to look at the scouts, but Clive has already gone down.
Yeah, we do have Soldier coming in from the top. He's drawing everyone to the point. Now Spam's coming in from all sides, and it's just a medic and Scout alive, and it's going to get taken out. Gubbins respawn, but he's not going to be there in time. And 4-2. Wow. Just.
I cannot believe how well 9 men is playing at the moment.
Have you seen that Soldier coordination?
Yeah.
That Soldier coordination
and
is
Pork are
amazing.
ridiculously good together.
It is great. They just went, all right, sniper. 4 rockets onto the sniper. Sniper was down. He couldn't do anything. He just got bumped up, couldn't aim, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I'm very, very impressed by this Soldier combo.
7th middle now coming in as we have here in the upper bracket round 1. We have just started here at Insomnia 45, second day of the coverage here at VanillaTV with Pledge and Comedian. As we have AP on the red side playing at 9M once again. First round of the upper bracket, winner goes on in the upper bracket. There is a lower bracket though, and we can see this middle once again is going to get picked up by 9 men quite solidly.
Yeah, and Clive gets a nice pistol there on the demo man. It's just Nova around, and you know what? Again, it's just 9M showing how dominating they are. Let's see where Nova is. He's actually going to be bombing into the medic. Let's see if he can force the Uber. No, Bones takes him down. He finishes off himself. That's always the worst feeling in the world when you just, you know, shoot a medic and then you kill yourself.
Yep, 9 men coming in now. Let's see if they're going to be able to pick this up. They should do, really. I mean, it's 15% even for Sai. He has no way close to it. 9 men, their execution has been flawless so far, and they're going to manage to pick this up as well. 5-2 lead, and with 5.5 minutes remaining on the clock, time is going to start ticking right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean 5:30. That's not something you do. It's funny. You can, if you look at the dominations, we have 3 domination for Bones, 2 domination for Clive, 2 for Pork, and 1 for Gambles, and he just missed a G with 1 domination on
the soldiers
AP.
and the scouts from 9 Men are ridiculously good at the moment.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Like, we saw Gambles last night actually doing a very good job.
Yeah, just beasting it.
It was good. Yeah, he was playing really good. But right now, Pork has stepped it up. Clive and Bones are playing fantastic. Soldier tried to bomb in, though. Gambles didn't manage to take him down. But the positional advantage was for 9 Men for just a little second. AP's taking over, though. They're going to walk forward. No, wait. Lewis, get back in there. You cannot drop out of there. Lewis is now going to come in, but 9 Men already got the positional advantage. You cannot actually drop out there as a demo. If you get spammed, you need to walk forward. You cannot walk backwards. You just get more spam. He should have walked forward. He did get taken down, and AP just loses the middle straight after that.
They didn't manage to get their medic out of there this time, so they're going to be able to defend, or at least attempt to defend, the second point. Let's see what's going to be happening there. They're just running the regular quick cutter setup. No snipers so far. And there we go. You see a soldier bombing in. They're going to be blocking the point. No pop there until now for 9M. But they do lose 3 players with that Uber. That's not exactly how you want to pull that Uber off.
Pretty the first mess up we've seen from 9 Men in a long time is basically losing players before the Uber fight actually starts, not what you want to have. You want to Uber your players as much as possible. Then again, though, that fight actually went really close. I mean, Lewis and Gubbins were both like around like 20-ish HP, while G was the only one full. You can see 2 players, 2 scouts already on that point. Is Lewis going to be able to help him out? Or yeah, Lewis is actually going to walk into this middle. No way 9 Men can actually block this off. Middle point does go to AP. And this is pretty much their last chance that they have. They need to cap this within a minute and in 2 quick minute rounds. They are able to do it, though. Like, they have the players, they have the fragging power, they have everything they need to make it happen. But I'm quite sure that if they lose this game, Hildred will not going to be able to set foot in this LAN anymore.
Yeah, they're going to be... Actually, you know, we have Tapley saying, you know, we probably should, you know, set on a missing persons warning or something like that.
Should like put flyers all around the venue saying like, "Have you seen this guy? Please call." And
please whisper it to us. But yeah,
it was a reasonably equal though coming back to the game. So we're gonna have this scenario that doesn't really work out in AP's favor. Like, they have a little bit of an advantage. It's actually running crits because that Uber is going really fast now. It's just a festive medigun. Yeah. And they are gonna go. It looks like yeah, they are gonna go Sol Room side, not through window though. They looks like left side is in their favor. Pipe coming in, almost actually killing Sai there, but stick a little bit out of position. It's gonna be an Uber fight, but they've done this a lot of times already.
Yeah, and there we go. Look at that. Lewis getting cut off right there. He was going to the Sol Room back where no one else was going to. Soldier coming, bombing down. Now we see Soldiers trying to combo there from AP, but everyone just swarming there from all sides. Medic even doing some damage. And that is a complete wipe.
4 frags, Clive 2 frags. Isn't that like kind of what happened during that entire
pretty much
map?
Yeah,
that's the way it goes. And 9 Men has actually won this official, which is ridiculous. So with 2 minutes remaining on the clock, 9 Men in a prime position to actually make it 6-2 and make it look like a wipe here, Comedian.
Yeah, and you know what? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed right now?
Bite's holding his hand up. He's like,
yeah, I predicted this when it started. Yeah, exactly. You know, I just woke up like 4 moments ago when it was already like 4-2. Bar in the mind, he says. But yeah, look at that. Bones just bumping into Nova, taking him down. It's already a man advantage with the Uber advantage as well. It's not going to look pretty. Let's see if Gubbins can make a headshot. Doesn't seem like it. And Double Man Lewis going to be cut off right there. Does take down Bones. Don't actually focus him yet. And they're going to catch a second point. There is a 6-man Uber for Sai right now. And, you know, do you think they're going to be doing a slow push in without the Uber? Actually, yeah, they are. Look at that. 2 soldiers going in.
They have a player advantage. Lewis went down, and killing a demo man, it just works wonders for a team. And it's actually going to be 6-2. Or the GGs are going to be called. It's a minute remaining. I think they're just going to play it out like men. There's no GGs being called. They're going to play it out like men. Minute remaining. We can see Bo standing up with a smile on his face, so that's all good. 9 Men is going to win this game. Let's see how the last round is actually going to play out for them, as AP is going to drop to the losers bracket. Yes, players are leaving at the moment, and apparently, through the console, we know that we have to go to server 1 at the moment. The players have left, so this is it. As the game has ended, we have 9 Men winning 6-2 against AP that didn't really look all that good.
Yeah. It's just like 9M, their teamwork, their coordination, their soldiers especially. Such impressive. But Clive as well. Clive was doing a great job. He was, at the end, he was standing on top with 3 dominations, and it's just...
These guys did work all over the place.
Yeah,
that's just definitely the way when we saw Gambles, we saw Pork. Pork is kind of the unsung hero. I mean, let's be fair. Pork was the unsung hero of that game. We didn't speak about him all that much, but his coordination with Gambles there was fantastic, and he managed to pick off AP one by one, considering they're a mixed team. That's just the way it works. They played that perfectly, won it 6-2, are now going to be facing Infused, and we are actually going to cover that match, 9men versus Infused, in just a second. So, yeah, my name is Pledge.
My name is Comedian.
And we'll be right back with you with the next game, 9men versus Infused, here at i45 in Telford.